Hi guys, let's continue reading news in shorts section of June 2020 Vision Eyes Current Affairs. So the 20th topic will be Satya Bhama Science and Technology Yojana for Atmanirbhar Bharat in Mining Advancement Portal. So that is Satya Bhama portal. It is a portal for research and development in mining advancement. Portal is integrated with NGO Darpan portal of Niti Aayog. NGO Darpan is a platform that provides space for interface between voluntary organizations, that is VOs, NGOs and key government ministries or departments or government bodies. It aims to promote research and development in the mining and minerals sector. It allows online submission of project proposals, monitoring of projects, and utilization of funds or grants. It is designed, developed, and implemented by National Informatics Center (NIC). Now let's come to the 21st topic, that is Yukti. Young India Combating COVID with Knowledge, Technology and Innovation 2.0 Web Portal. That is Yukti Web 2.0 Web Portal. It has been launched by Minister of Human Resource Development. It will help to systematically assimilate technologies having commercial potential and information related to incubated startups in our higher education industries in our higher education institutions. So what it will do is that it will help to systematically assimilate technologies having commercial potential and information related to incubated startups in our higher education institutions. Portal endeavors to ensure that students, teachers, and researchers in higher educational institutions are getting appropriate support to meet the requirements needed to advance their technologies and innovations. Yukti 2.0 is logical extensions of earlier version of Yukti to identify ideas relevant in COVID pandemic. Now let's come to the 22nd topic, that is Pharmacopoeia Commission for Indian Medicine and Homeopathy PCIMNH. Now let's come to the 22nd topic, that is Pharmacopoeia Commission for Indian Medicine and Homeopathy PCIMNH. Cabinet has approved re-establishment of PCIMNH as subordinate office under Ministry of Ayush (MOA) by merging into it Pharmacopoeia Laboratory for Indian Medicine and Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia Laboratory. PCIMNH is an autonomous body under aegis of MOA, that is Ministry of Ayush, established since 2010. Merger is aimed at optimizing use of infrastructural facilities, technical manpower, and financial resources of three organizations for enhancing standardization outcomes of Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, and homeopathy drugs towards their effective regulation and quality control. So the merger is aimed at optimizing use of infrastructural facilities, technical manpower, and financial resources of three organizations for enhancing standardization outcomes of Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, and homeopathy drugs towards their effective regulation and quality control. Now let's come to the 23rd topic, that is Arogya Path. It is CSIR National Healthcare Supply Chain Portal that aims to provide real-time availability of critical healthcare supplies. It would serve manufacturers, suppliers, and customers. Arogya Path is expected to become the national healthcare information platform, thereby filling a critical gap in last mile delivery of patient care within India through improved availability and affordability of healthcare supplies. Now let's come to the 24th topic, that is glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase 6-GPD deficiency. Recently, Surat Municipal Corporation SMC has raised a specific COVID-19 alert for Vatalia Prajapati community, whose 25% population suffers from a genetic blood disorder called G6PD deficiency, that is glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency. COVID-19 is a huge challenge for the community as due to G6PD deficiency, some drugs such as hydroxychloroquine can result in rupturing of blood vessel, brain damage in infants, and kidney failure in adults. The Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR) has recommended a wider use of hydroxychloroquine in battle against COVID-19. About G6PD deficiency. G6PD deficiency is a genetic abnormality that results in an inadequate amount of glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase G6PD in the blood. This is a very important enzyme or protein that regulates various biochemical reactions in the body. G6PD is also responsible for keeping red blood cells healthy so they can function properly and have a normal lifespan. Without enough of it, red blood cells break down prematurely. This early destruction of red blood cells is known as hemolysis, and it can eventually lead to hemolytic anemia. The defective gene that causes this deficiency is on the X chromosome, which is one of the two sex chromosomes. Men have only one X chromosome, while women have two X chromosomes. In males, one altered copy of the gene is enough to cause G6PD deficiency. In females, however, a mutation would have to be present in both copies of the gene, since it's less likely for females to have two altered copies of this gene. Males are affected by G6PD deficiency much more frequently than females. Now let's come to the 25th topic, that is assistance to disabled persons for purchasing or fitting of aids or appliances, ADIP scheme. Objective of this scheme is to assist the needy disabled persons in procuring durable, sophisticated, and scientifically manufactured modern standard aids and appliances that can promote their physical, social, and psychological rehabilitation and at the same time enhance their economic potential. ADIP scheme is initiative of Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and it is implemented through agencies such as the NGOs, National Institutes under this ministry, and ALIMCO, a PSU. Now let's come to the 26th topic, that is Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence, GPAI, that is Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence, GPAI. Recently, India joined GPAI as a founding member. GPAI is multi-stakeholder international partnership to promote responsible and human-centric development and use of AI, grounded in human rights, inclusion, diversity, innovation, and economic growth. Other members include USA, UK, EU, Australia, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Mexico, New Zealand, Republic of Korea, and Singapore. This is a first initiative of its type for evolving better understanding of the challenges and opportunities around AI using the experience and diversity of participating countries. GPAI will be supported by a secretariat to be hosted by Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, in Paris, and by two centers of expertise, each in Montreal and Paris. By joining GPAI, India will be able to participate in global development of artificial intelligence, leveraging upon its experience around use of digital technologies for inclusive growth. Now let's come to the 27th topic, that is data lake and project management software. It is a cloud based and artificial intelligence powered big data analytics platform launched by National Highway Authority of India. So data lake and project management software. It is a cloud based and artificial intelligence powered big data analytics platform launched by National Highway Authority of India, NHAI. With launch of this, NHAI becomes first construction sector organization to go fully digital. All project documentation, contractual decisions, and approvals are now being done through portal only. It will bring benefits like no delays, quick decision making, no question of missing records, work from anywhere or anytime, enhanced transparency, etc. Now let's come to the 28th topic, that is gold nanoparticles, GNPS. National Center for Polar and Ocean Research and Goa University has successfully synthesized GNP, that is gold nanoparticles, using cyclotolerant Antarctic bacteria. So they have successfully synthesized gold nanoparticles using cyclotolerant Antarctic bacteria. Nanoparticles are defined as particles that range in size from 1 to 100 nanometer, at least in one dimension. Nanoparticles have a high surface to volume ratio that enables them to possess unexpected optical, physical, and chemical properties. Gold nanoparticles, biocompatibility, high surface area, stability, and non-toxicity make them suitable for various applications in therapeutic use, including detection and diagnosis of diseases, biolabeling, and targeted drug delivery. Gold nanoparticles are also found to be useful in the electronics industry. Now let's come to the 29th topic, that is portable UV light device to kill coronavirus. A recent research has reported the feasibility of making an ultraviolet, that is UV light emitting, handheld and portable device that can kill coronavirus. UV radiation in the 200 to 300 nanometer range is known to destroy the virus, making it incapable of reproducing and infecting. Ultraviolet, that is UV radiation, covers the wavelength range of 100 to 400 nanometer, which is a higher frequency and lower wavelength than visible light. To disinfect areas from the coronavirus with UV radiation, one needs sources that emit sufficiently high doses of UV light. However, currently such devices requires expensive mercury-containing gas discharge lamp, which requires high power, has a relatively short lifetime, and is bulky. The recently discovered device uses a material called strontium niobate that can help develop UV light emitting diodes LEDs. So they are going to develop UV LEDs, which would be portable and energy efficient. However, it can be used to disinfect public places only, not human skin, as UV exposure can cause skin cancers, cataracts, and immune system damage. Now let's come to 30th topic, that is extreme helium star EHE. Recently, presence of singly ionized chlorine was detected in the atmospheres EHE that takes a strong case that the main formation of extreme helium star EHE involves a merger of a carbon oxygen and a helium white dwarf. So recently, presence of singly ionized fluorine was detected in the atmosphere's EHE that makes a strong case that the main formation of EHE involves a merger of a carbon oxygen and a helium white dwarf. EHE is low-mass supergiant star that is almost devoid of hydrogen and has abundance of surface helium. So it does not have hydrogen, but it has abundance of helium, and it's a low-mass supergiant star. This is in contrast to majority of stars, including Sun, which contain some 70% hydrogen by mass throughout their lives. So like our Sun, it contains 70% hydrogen by mass. But this extreme helium star, they do not contain hydrogen, and they have abundance of surface helium. EHE stars are much larger, so they are much larger and hotter than Sun despite being less massive. They are less massive, but they are much larger and hotter than Sun. Now let's come to the 31st topic, that is Khelo India State Centers of Excellence. The Sports Ministry will establish Khelo India State Centers of Excellence KISCE under the ministry's flagship Khelo India National Programme for Development of Sports scheme. The aim is to scale up state or union territories' existing training center to world standard level. One of the existing training centers in each state and union territory will be designated as KISCE under the state level Khelo India Center SLKIC vertical of Khelo India scheme. In the first phase, the ministry has identified state-owned sports facilities in 8 states of India, including Karnataka, Orissa, Kerala, Telangana, and the northeast states of Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Mizoram, and Nagaland, which will be upgraded into KISCE. In order to upgrade the existing center to the KISCE, the government will extend a viability gap funding for the following components: sports science and technology support for sports disciplines practiced at the respective center, bridging the gaps in requirements of sports equipment, expert coaches, and high performance managers. Implementing agency: sports department of the respective state or union territory. Financial assistance: all eligible centers will receive annual grant for the identified KISCE. The project is part of India's pursuit for excellence in Olympics. Now let's come to Khelo India scheme. It has been introduced to revive the sports culture in India at the grassroots level by building a strong framework for all sports played in our country and establish India as a great sporting nation. What is the objective? The first objective would be to conduct structured annual sports competition and encourage mass participation of youth. The second objective would be identify talents through these competitions. The third objective is guidance and nurturing of the talent through the existing and new infrastructure. The fourth objective would be creation of sports infrastructure at various levels. It is the merger of three schemes: Rajiv Gandhi Khel Abhiyan (RGKA), Urban Sports Infrastructure Scheme (USIS), National Sports Talent Search Scheme (NSTSS). Now let's come to 32nd topic, that is Ramon Magsaysay Awards. Ramon Magsaysay Awards have been cancelled this year due to the coronavirus pandemic. It is regarded as Asia's version of the Nobel Prize. It was started in 1957. The awards are named after the third president of the Republic of the Philippines. The awards were traditionally given every year to individuals or organizations in Asia in 5 categories. The first one is government service, second is public service, third is community leadership, then the fourth one is journalism, literature, and creative communication arts, and the fifth one is peace and international understanding. So, the 5 categories are government service, second is public service, third is community leadership, the fourth is journalism, literature, and creative communication arts, and the fifth is peace and international understanding. However, post 2009, the Ramon Magsaysay Award Foundation annually selects the awardees for the field of emergent leadership. Now let's come to 33rd topic, that is Garrison. Uttarakhand governor gave assent to make Garrison as Uttarakhand's summer capital. Garrison, a tehsil in Chamoli district, lay between both the Kumaon and Garhwal regions, and hence is convenient for people of both Garhwal and Kumaon divisions to access. It is located nearly 270 km from Dehradun, the existing capital. So the summer capital it would be Garrison. Now let's come to the 34th topic, that is Bimul Julka Committee. Bimul Julka Committee. It is sent expert committees on the rationalization, closure or merger of film media units and review of autonomous bodies under Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. It suggested an umbrella configuration with four broad verticals: production, festival, heritage, and knowledge. It also recommended creation of film production fund for independent filmmakers for making commercial films. Now let's come to the 11th section, that is schemes in news. So the first topic would be PM Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi, PM Swanidhi. So now let's come to PM Swanidhi. So why was this in the news? Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has launched PM Swanidhi, PM Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi. What are its objectives? Who are the beneficiaries and its features? So now let's come to the objective. It is special micro credit facility scheme for providing affordable loans to street vendors. This scheme will enable street vendors to resume work and earn livelihoods in the wake of the COVID-19 crisis. So who are the beneficiaries? Over 50 lakh people, including vendors, hawkers, telewalas, etc., who supply vegetables, fruits, ready-to-eat street foods, etc. Also include service providers like barber shops, cobblers, pawn shops, laundry services, etc. Scheme is available for beneficiaries belonging to only those states or union territories which have notified rules and scheme under Street Vendors Protection of Livelihood and Regulation of Street Vending Act 2014. Now let's come to its features. The vendors can avail a working capital loan of up to Rs 10,000, repayable in monthly installments in tenure of 1 year. On timely or early repayment of the loan, credit limit will be raised and interest subsidy at a rate 7% per annum will be credited through direct benefit transfer on quarterly basis. The scheme incentivizes digital transactions by the street vendors through monthly cash back up to Rs 100 per month. In first phase, 108 cities have been selected and disbursement of loan is planned to commence in July 2020. Technology. SIDBI has developed integrated PM Swanidhi portal to administer the scheme with end-to-end solution. Portal or mobile app will integrate Udyami Mitra portal of SIDBI for credit management and Pesa portal of MOHUA to administer interest subsidy automatically. Credit lending and implementation. Small Industries Development Bank of India, SIDBI, is an implementation agency. SIDBI will manage the credit guarantee to the lending institutions through Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises, CGT MSE. Eligible lenders. scheduled commercial banks, regional rural banks, small finance banks, cooperative banks, non banking finance companies, microfinance institutions, and self help group banks established in some states or union territories, etc. Now let's come to the second topic, that is PM, Formalization of Micro Food Processing Enterprises Scheme. So why was this in the news? Ministry of Food Processing Industries, MOFPI, launched centrally sponsored PM Formalization of Micro Food Processing Enterprises, PMFME scheme, as part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. So let's come to its objective and its features. So the first objective is to provide financial, technical, and business support for upgradation of existing micro food processing enterprises. Aim is to generate total investment of rupees 35,000 crore, 9 lakh skilled and semi-skilled employment, and benefit 8 lakh units through access to information, training, better exposure, and formalization. Now let's come to its features. So what are its features? Scheme adopts one district, one product ODOP approach to reap benefit of scale. States would identify food product for a district that could be a perishable produce or cereal based product. It would also focus on the waste or wealth products, minor forest products, and aspirational districts. Support will be provided for common infrastructure. So support will be provided for common infrastructure and branding marketing for ODOP products. Micro enterprises will get 35% subsidy on project cost with a ceiling of rupees 10 lakh for capital investment along the value chain. Seed capital at a rate rupees 40,000 per self-help group member would be provided for working capital and purchase of small tools. National Institute of Food Technology, Entrepreneurship and Management, Sonipat, Haryana, and Indian Institute of Food Processing Technology, Thanjavur, Tamil Nadu, both under MOFPI, would be provided support for training of units, product development, etc., with special focus on capacity building and research. Funding pattern: outlay of rupees 10,000 crore with sharing mechanism as 90 is to 10 for northeastern and Himalayan states, 60 is to 40 for other states, 60 is to 40 ratio with union territories with legislature, and 100% by center for other union territories. Scheme is to be implemented over a period of 5 years from 2020-21 to 2024-25. Now let's come to the third topic, that is Garib Kalyan Rojgar Abhiyan, GKRA. Garib Kalyan Rojgar Abhiyan, GKRA. So why was this in the news? Recently, Prime Minister launched Garib Kalyan Rojgar Abhiyan from Telihar in Bihar. What are its objectives and its salient features? So, the first objective would be to empower and provide livelihood opportunities in areas or villages witnessing large number of returnee migrant workers affected by the devastating COVID-19 and similarly affected rural citizens. So, the aim is to empower and provide livelihood opportunities in areas or villages witnessing large scale or large number of returnee of migrant workers which are affected by COVID-19. Now let's come to its salient features. It is massive employment come rural public works campaign. Public works to be undertaken during this campaign will have a resource envelope of rupees 50,000 crore. So public works to be undertaken during this campaign will have a resource envelope of rupees 50,000 crores. The campaign involves 125 days of work. Coverage. It covers 116 districts in 6 states, that is Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Jharkhand, and Orissa. The chosen districts include 27 aspirational districts. These districts are estimated to cover about 2 by 3 of such migrant workers. Emphasis on rural infrastructure. It will have 25 different types of public works to create infrastructure and boost livelihood opportunities in rural areas designated in the campaign. The public works under the Abhiyan are rural housing for the poor, provision of drinking water through Jal Jeevan Mission, Panchayat Bhavans, community toilets, rural mandis, rural roads, other infrastructure like cattle sheds, Anganwadi bhavans, etc. High speed and cheap internet is also to be provided in every rural household, hence the laying of fiber cable and provision of internet are also part of the campaign. Multi-ministerial effort. Abhiyan will be a convergent effort between different ministries or departments with Ministry of Rural Development as the nodal ministry. Other ministries include Panchayati Raj, Road Transport and Highways, Mines, etc. This campaign is one of the components of rupees 1.70 lakh crore relief package under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana for the poor to help them fight the battle against coronavirus. So that's all guys. See you in my next video. Bye.